Hello Newcastle Fans TV and welcome to the first preview, which is Derby versus Newcastle, which is on Saturday, 5:30 kickoff live on Sky Sports for those who cannot make it. So we're going to be talking predominantly about Derby in this video because this is looking at the opposition, you know. So first of all then, let's have a look at the signings, ins and outs that they've done more or less near enough to around deadline day. So they had two big players leave them, two massive players. We've seen Hendrick, the Irish international, leave to join Burnley on a record fee. But I think what's more surprising is their top scorer, their star striker, Chris Martin, has left, but only on a temporary basis. Don't know if he's had a falling out or something. Derby fans, let us know in your comments down there below. He's joined Fulham on loan for the rest of the season. Bit surprising that, considering he gets some goals. Looking who they brought in just fairly recently as well, the Irish international. They brought in Anya from Watford, who's lost his place there. He can play left back, left wing. Very tricky, very quick on their flanks as well. Newcastle need to watch out for that. And Vidra, who scores goals for fun in the Championship, they brought in it from Watford for around about 8 million, it's rumoured to be paying. So they bought well. Haven't really sold well, but they've bought well. Obviously, the players that they've got Scott Carson, who we all know, Christie, the Irish international right back. They've got Tom Ince, Will Hughes, who might miss the game because he's picked up a knock with England. Russell, the Scottish international, Darren Bent, we all know, Chris Baird as well. So they've got some players who probably will get in Newcastle side, you know. So they've got players who can hurt with. We'll have a look at Nigel Pearson and Olsen in a minute, what they said. But obviously Pearson has said that Newcastle have a great squad to call upon. He's not happy with the early form, but he's looking to put that right. And obviously he's happy with the signings. But let's quickly hear from Pearson and Olsen right now.
But, you know, what is clear to me going into this weekend's game is that, you know, we're going to be playing against another big club with, you know, a lot of good things going for them, but they're coming to our ground. So, you know, I'm more interested in how my own players approach the game and the way that we need a response and a reaction from our last game, which wasn't great. You know, so you know, time has passed, but you know, I want to see us go out there and put in the type of performance that we all would like to see.
Just itching to get back out there, put on a show for the fans, live TV cameras. Yeah, like I said, it's a big game and it's a good game to come back to, the first game as well, and hopefully we can put out a good performance.
So there were those two speaking on camera earlier on today. So looking at the form, Newcastle, the last 4 games, Derby have taken 8 points from her. Not great. They took 4 points in each season. So remember that horrible season in the Premier League where they only picked up a record low points, where they actually got 4 points from us. They only won 1 game all season, which it had to be us. It had to be against us, didn't it? And then the season that we went up and we blitzed the league, they actually took 4 points from us. They beat with 3-0 at home, and then they got a draw at St James's Park. So the last time we beat them was in 2002, I believe, which was April, which Lamar Alawalawa scored a last-minute winner in a great game, which ended 3-2 in Newcastle, an entertainment game. So a record against them isn't great, you know. We've got to be careful, you know, especially on the wings. I think they can hurt with. I don't think Darren Bent will start. I think he'll come off the bench, but there's an option there for them. We've just got to be careful, you know. This is a tricky game. I've got this down as a score draw, personally, for me. Don't get me wrong, I'd be optimistic in saying it to win, but I'm being a little bit more realistic as well. I'll take a point right now if you offer it at me. But Newcastle on a great run. We won 4 on the belt, you know. Derby, we look at Newcastle and think, he can hurt me, he can hurt me, they can hurt us, you know. So we do have players in our squad as well. We're looking at the shirt numbers that have just been released as well. We've seen Ashraf Lazar begin the number 7. A little bit, some people are surprised on that. Christian Atsu has been given the number 30 and Daryl Murphy given the 33. Looking at those 3, the most probable one that will probably play the most out of those 3 or start the most, you're probably looking at Lazar because he could play left back and left wing. Christian Atsu hasn't played much football. He didn't play for Ghana in midweek either, so he'll probably be on the bench. Daryl Murphy come off the bench for Ireland, scored midweek his first goal. I cannot see him starting, not with Gale and Mitrovic being back. The system that Newcastle will play, it's a difficult one. I'm going to go for a 4-5-1 on this one. You'll see in the tactic boards a little bit more in depth with that. 4-5-1/4-3-3. Score draw, let me know what you think of Derby. Where do you think they'll finish? Because I think 18th. They've only won 1 game so far this season. They've only scored 1 goal. They've only conceded 3, mind you, so the defence is really good. They've only picked up 5 points from 5 games sitting in 18th position. I think it's a false position personally. I think they'll be literally up them towards the playoffs at the end of the season. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Derby fans as well, let me know. And if you're a Derby fan as well, if you want to do a review with me after the game over the weekend, get in touch. Right, I'm going to love you as I leave you. I've been Lee on behalf of Newcastle Fans TV. See you later.